to Sadiq Khan, our London Mayor.
Well, thank you, Vanessa. It's great to be the warm-up act for the great speakers you have later on. Welcome to City Hall, everyone. This is the first time a Gender Network event has been held here, and I'm really proud that it's been held here this morning. It's a pleasure to join you all this morning. Can I begin by paying tribute to Vanessa for establishing Gender Networks and for doing so much to aid the progression of women in the workplace. So I got to read a biog of Vanessa, and her life story and success is truly inspirational, from providing advice to organisations seeking to attract and develop female talent to launching the award-winning WeAreTheCity.com to help corporate women connect and grow professionally and personally. For those who don't know, Vanessa has been listed by GQ as being among the top 100 best connected women in the country. And believe me, the staff at GQ know exactly what they're talking about. After all, they named me one of the best dressed men in 2017. Of the 50 men on the list, I was 48. But the important thing is I was ahead of Tiny Temper. Now, the next day I came into work, and at the staff meeting, Joy, who's there, said, "Sadiq, you're not even one of the top 50 best dressed men in City Hall." And so, any delusions of grandeur soon gone. But seriously, it's a privilege to have you here, Vanessa, in City Hall. I also want to thank the GLA Women's Network for hosting this breakfast and for your great efforts to help women fulfill their potential. Yesterday marked 100 years to the day since the first women in our country secured the right to vote. And as some of you will be aware, we've launched a new campaign behind every great city to commemorate this important anniversary. The campaign is designed to promote the cause of gender equality across our capital and to celebrate the achievements and contributions of women from all walks of life that make cities like London so great. But this centenary is also a chance to look back and reflect on the huge strides we've made as a society. It's also an opportunity to take stock and identify where action still needs to be taken to address the inequalities women face today. As the Mayor of London and as a proud feminist, I know that behind every great city there is equality, opportunity and progress, regardless of your gender. That's why since taking office, I've done everything in my power to make sure the GLA is leading from the front on this issue. We've launched a major new action plan to ensure full pay equality, not only for the GLA, but for Transport for London, the Metropolitan Police Service, and the London Fire Brigade. And we've introduced measures to boost female representation at the most senior levels of our organisation. I'm proud that more than half the deputy mayors of London are now women. 50% of the Skills for Londoners Task Force are women. 50% of the mayor's cultural leadership ambassadors are women. 10 out of 16 of my business advisory board are women. 60% of my new appointments to the TfL board are women. The chairs of the London Waste and Recycling Board and Old Oak and Park Royal Development Corporations are women. And the Commissioner of the Met Police and the London Fire Brigade are now both women, the first ever in history. At a time when 3 times more women than men say their gender hinders their progression at work, and when women remain chronically underrepresented at the highest levels of politics and of business, of the public sector and of journalism, it's incumbent on all of us to do much more. There can be no excuses for inaction. We need to send a message that it's simply unacceptable for any employer to have a gender pay gap or fewer women in senior roles. And I want to take this opportunity to praise everything Gender Networks is already doing to lift women up and bring those glass ceilings down. It was Mary Robinson, the first female president of Ireland and a personal hero of mine, who said after her stunning election victory that instead of rocking the cradle, women had rocked the system. We should aspire to nothing less. Over the last few months, it feels like we've reached a watershed moment in the fight for women's rights. Around the world, we're seeing victims of sexual harassment raising their voices and making themselves heard. But we can't be complacent with misogyny, discrimination, and gender inequality still so clearly endure. That's why we must redouble our efforts and inject a new sense of urgency into this struggle, because, as with all great changes in history, full gender equality won't come without pressure from all of us, from men and women. And it won't come without people like us leading by example and championing our values. My ambition is to see London become a place where both young boys and young girls from all backgrounds know that they can choose any career, compete in any sector, and lead any organisation. It's not going to be easy, but as this centenary shows, the currents of history are on our side, and I'm confident they can carry us forward towards a brighter future where gender equality is a lived reality, not merely an abstract ideal. Have a great morning, and thanks for being here this morning. Thank you very much.